Welcome back to another episode of Book It and Cook It from the South Whitley Library. My name is Vicki Fleischauer, and today I'm going to make cinnamon basil shortbread cookies. For the first time this year, I have a little herb garden, and I'm growing cinnamon basil and pineapple basil and lemon balm. So I found this recipe for using the cinnamon basil, and that's what we're going to make today. So in your bowl, you need a half a cup or 1 stick of butter that's softened and 2/3 of a cup of sugar, and you're going to cream those together. And then you're going to add 3/4 of a cup of cinnamon basil leaves that have been minced. So that's what I have here. And then you're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla and 1.5 cups or 1 1/4 cups of flour, and then mold that all together and put it in the fridge for an hour, and then we're going to bake them. So I'm going to go ahead and cream the sugar and the butter together, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like when the basil's added. So this is what the cinnamon basil looks like on the plant. And I'm not using the flowers, I just pulled off some of the leaves. And it calls for 3/4 of a cup lightly packed leaves before you've minced them up. And then this is what my minced looks like. So we're going to add those in. And it smells really good. It smells like cinnamon. It's really strong. And I'll put the recipe in the comments in the description. So we'll mix this in. My butter wasn't quite soft enough, but it was soft enough to mix it up. That's what you don't, I don't think you want to mix it too much. You're going to have green cookies. So that's what that looks like. And then we're going to add some vanilla, and it calls for 1/2 teaspoon. I just eyeball it. You couldn't have too much vanilla. And a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I forgot my salt. Quarter teaspoon of salt. And you're going to mix this until this is combined before you add the flour. I think we'll be able to mix it without the mixer, but we'll see. Then we need 1/4 cup more flour. Should be good. And this is going to be really loose because it's like shortbread, so it's going to be kind of crumbly. I think I'll use the mixer on this last part. So we'll come back before I put it in the saran wrap and show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like, and when you take your hand and put it together, it forms a dry kind of, well, it sticks together, which is what you want for shortbread. So we'll get it out of the bowl and on this saran wrap. And it says that this makes about 12 to 14 cookies, so it's not a huge batch of cookies. Kind of spread this like this, so it forms a log a little bit, and bring your saran wrap up over the top and form it into a log. Get the ends to stick together here. And then you're going to put this in the refrigerator for an hour at least, or you could do it overnight. I'm just going to do an hour today, I think. And then we'll slice them and bake them. So we will see you in a little while, about an hour. Okay, I sliced the cookies, and I didn't have the log in the 2.5 to 3 inch diameter that the recipe suggested, so I have a few more than a dozen. So I'm going to put this first pan in the oven, and it says 10 to 12 minutes. So we'll see what these look like and how they taste when they come out. Okay, their cookies are out of the oven, and they've been cooling for a little bit. The second pan is still cooling. I tried one, and they have a different taste, I will say, but they probably would be good with a cup of tea or something. But they just have a distinct herbal taste, is one, I guess. These could have baked a little bit longer. They're a little soft, but I was afraid they would dry out, so I underbaked them a little bit. But that's the end of my video for today. Thank you for joining us.